Well, hello there. This little creature here is Daisy. She joined us a couple of days ago. We've had her almost 48 hours. Hey. She's a blue Boston. It's very rare to get a blue Boston. The parents have to have regressive genes that allow the mutation in the colours to happen. Normally they're black or they're brindle, brown and dark brown coloured speckles. Right? But this one, it happens to be a blue Boston. 4 months old, and it's not into chewing stuff yet, which is good for me because of the amount of stuff he got through. My other dog, Boston, the Boston Terrier, he got through quite a lot of stuff. Right? Now, she doesn't normally like coming outside, so this is the second time. She came out the side this morning with Sarah, and she went straight back in again. But she hasn't had a wee outside yet, so we're trying to encourage that in a minute. Right? But Bostons do like sitting in the sun, so hopefully this will become a habit, won't it, sitting out here. Anyway, so that's Daisy. My grandmother's name was Daisy, so gone full circle. And what, as a coincidence, her pedigree name, I didn't find out until I got home, is that Daisy's pedigree name is Ocean. Now, I spent my entire life on the ocean, so maybe the ocean is going to spend the rest of its life on me. Anyway, so I'll let her down and see if she'll go indoors. She doesn't like the screen. We've got a screen over the back door just to keep the flies out. And the other dog used to run through it like no one's business. But Daisy is a bit scared. So here we go. I'm going to hand Daisy over. Go on, Emma. Off you go.
Okay.
There she goes. Right. Anyway. So I'm sat outside with a cup of tea, enjoying this unseasonably fine weather that we're having. I don't know what the weather's like where you are. Let us know. I know a few of my Canadian followers, I've got a couple actually, I'm quite amazed really, that my channel actually goes that far around the world. As you know, I do have some Australian followers, Canadian followers, American followers. I've even had some Alaskan followers as well, it's all very nice to hear from people. In fact, I really do enjoy getting the comments, and I do really enjoy reading them. I don't know that many people where I am here in Hull, but simply because of my job that I had, being away at sea for a month at a time, meant that you can't really build up friendships because nobody, you maybe you met someone who talked to someone, and a month and a half goes by and you don't see them again, and of course you don't really get a chance to build up a rapport, do you? And I found that all my life really. Most of my life was on leave at home, being on your own, and it's lucky really that I found Sarah. Well, I'm lucky that Sarah can tolerate me, which is good, and I can put up with her. Can you hear that, Robin? Yeah, it's singing its heart out. And just a minute ago, just as I sat down to set the camera up, the robin sat on. We've got one of these solar lamp things, and it was sat on there just looking at me. As soon as I looked away, it flew off. Obviously, knowing that if I'm looking at it, you're going to know where it's going to go. I suppose survival instinct. Anyway, so what else am I going to talk about? Oh yes, I went and had I've got these tinnitus aid things in, which is supposed to help with the tinnitus. And when I had my hearing tested a few days ago, they used the hearing test to update the tinnitus devices so that it would help to balance out the sound. And things are a bit louder, as I'm finding out. yeah, I do have to go for another, probably a hearing aid, proper hearing aid, because you know, getting on 60 something, my hearing is beginning to suffer, and of course, working in a high noise environment, 24/7 for the last 40 something odd years, it's taken quite a toll on the body. But though I have worn the best ear defenders that I could afford. I always bought my own, and they were always the best. The one with the highest noise reducing numbers on it. Yeah. Anyway, I keep saying anyway. I don't know why I do that. I think that was a blackbird. There's a blackbird there. I can see something in the tree over there, in the neighbour's tree. But oh, there goes one. There's a robin in the garden. It's really, I do like the robins. I must get the very big camera out and sit here quietly, and I'll see if I can get it to come closer, so I can get some nice photographs of it. As I was getting dressed yesterday, pulled the curtains and looked out and sat on the telephone wires that go across to our house from across the road. There was 2 goldfinches just sat there so that was quite nice. Yeah, that was very nice. But Sarah's seen bullfinches in the garden, and we did see that rather pink. Not quite sure what it was. I thought it was like a budgie type thing at first, but Sarah said no. Oh, the sun's gone in. It's kind of a bit chilly. So, what else is happening? Oh yes, I'm having my dressing change tomorrow, Friday. I've got Friday afternoon, I'm going to have my back looked at. This is after I slipped in the shower. I was telling you the other day about how I slipped in the shower. Anyway, I'm going to have that back. Hopefully they can, with a bit of manipulation, they can push the bulging vertebrae back in and ease my back pain. Yeah, it's not good. But anyway, moving on. I said it again. Moving on. Yeah, I don't know what the weather's doing. I'm just waiting for a really nice day, and I'll take the drone out again. I want to get some proper drone footage of some of the churches that I visit. So we'll see what happens. I do have I want to fly the drone down the canal at Leven. I want to have it flying up to the bridge. So I'm just doing some research on how my particular drone will do over water. I think it'll be okay. So I'll just do a bit more research. As the weather's a bit too windy and a bit too cold, Sarah's going out, so I don't want to leave the dog on it. So just yet. So Sarah's got an appointment this afternoon in town. So she'll be away for a couple of hours, maybe at least 2 hours. It'll take 40 minutes to get there, 40 minutes to get back, and probably 20 minutes to park up. Yeah. Anyway, I had, there's a couple of hospitals around Hull, as I'm beginning to find out now. I went for my retinal screening yesterday in a place, Beverley it was, and there's free parking in this hospital. Free parking, absolutely amazing. But the hospital I went to today for my hearing, £3.40 for 20 minutes. It's a rip-off, isn't it? It's a rip-off. They really should. As this hospital, the one in Castle Hill, hasn't got any shops nearby, so people aren't going to park there unless they're going into the hospital. Now, I think if you have an appointment, if the hospital has made you an appointment to, here she comes, it's on the lead. Hello. On a piece of string lead.
Just to get her used to it.
Yeah, it's just a matter of walking her with this piece of string now. We'll probably use that when we go out, actually. First time we go out, so that she's on a short lead. So she doesn't run away. But yeah, digress back to the dog. Daisy May, And yeah, Daisy May. Yeah, part of the retro family. Right, so anyway, I've waffled on. Gone over 10 minutes as normal. I won't put the midterm adverts in. So hopefully, I'm going to try and get another dog harness and put a camera on Daisy's back when we go for a walk. See how she gets on. See what it's like. It'll be interesting to video how she gets on her first walk outside of the house when she's allowed to. We'll go somewhere. The first time we took Boston out was down to the seafront. And of course, all the little pebbles on the beach looked like biscuits. So he tried to eat every single one of them. He soon learnt that they weren't biscuits. poor thing. But anyway, he enjoyed that. Yeah, we still remember Boston. He was a lovely dog. But this one that we've got now, this Daisy Boston Daisy, she is absolutely gentle as anything. Boston boy dog used to bite and nibble and stuff like that, so that was a real pain. And every time that they mouthed and applied a bit of pressure with his teeth, I used to overreact and make a big fuss of him. But eventually he stopped putting pressure on. But Daisy, right from the beginning, she has mouthed my fingers a few times, but very gentle, no pressure, nothing. She's been absolutely gorgeous. She really is a nice, gentle dog. She takes food from you calmly. She's not, taking half your fingers down. We've seen dogs do that. Take half your hand off for a tiny biscuit. Yeah, there she goes. Anyway, so I'm coming up to 12 minutes. So I'll call her quits and say, oh, there she's knocking her tripod. I'll say goodbye and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye then.